So obviously this version of Carrie is younger, just starting to find herself.
Yeah.
How do you describe her when we meet her in the pilot?
Sort of just how you described her.
Okay.
She's just lost her mom, so that's a big, adjustment for Carrie, and I think it's more of, where she's trying to figure out her new role in the family. Dorrit, her younger sister, is really acting out, so she feels like she needs to take, be in control of her younger sister and keep her safe and protected, but at the same time be able to be there for her dad. But at the same time, she's just getting into New York and just starting to explore this sort of wild world and going to parties and dressing, in this fabulous fashion that she never even knew existed, and figure out her love life and kind of those sort of desires. And she's maturing, so there's two different worlds that she's trying to balance, and two different selves that are constantly pulling her. So it creates for a good character. It's fun to play.
What's the balance like in the episodes after the pilot between the home life, the school life, and the New York life?
It's about the same. New York becomes more prominent because Carrie becomes more and more involved in that world, and takes an internship eventually with a magazine. So, but we definitely, within the first two seasons, we'll be in high school because Carrie's a junior this year. She'll be a senior next year, and then by the third season, if we're still on, it'll be in New York.
Right. You kind of know the woman she grows into. Are you kind of seeding the different episodes, the performances with moments of leaning towards her already?
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely, it's kind of... every time I get a new script, it's like, okay, what can I incorporate into this piece to develop her further into becoming the woman that we see her as in Sex and the City, and her confidence. I think it's all about being sure of your. Carrie, I think from Sex and the City is such a relatable character, and I feel like as I get older, I want to be her. I want to be able to be that comfortable with my body and with my writing and knowing what I want and just being fabulous. I mean, she's so riddled with neuroses and she's so much more complex, but I feel like this younger version of Carrie is very relatable to me as a young woman and as to older viewers and how they felt, figuring out what they want, what their parents want for them, and what do they want, and what do their friends want for them, and why do they want, and kind of figuring out the different boy relationships and how that all works.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, Sebastian, because he's a young love and possibly a first love, could really inform some of her issues later in life.
Yes.
How much are we starting to see that might be true or not already, or is it still very early and they're just dancing around each other?
It's a separate show from, the series. We're not exactly trying to set it all up for...
No.
There are just certain things.
But he already is established as kind of a bad boy with a heart of gold.
Right.
So.
Exactly. So we have those sort of... Definitely those dynamics come into play and how it'll affect the rest of her relationships, and then how the farther she goes in her relationship with Sebastian, how scary a true love can become.
How much is it a back and forth between Carrie and Sebastian versus they start dating and they stay dating for a while?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I know we're on episode 8, and we're starting to really get into the meat of their relationship in the next episode, episode 9.
Do you feel like they're a good match for each other? Because, I mean, we've seen, obviously, when they met, the flashback in the summer in the pool. I mean, he seems very sweet with her. He seems very genuine.
I don't think they're a good match at all. I think there's something when opposites attract, it tends to be very deadly, and it's not necessarily a healthy desire for each other. It's more of like a, why do I want you so bad? This is so confusing. This is not working, but I want it to work. And so it's this constant, like, I'm going to make this work, even if it's not meant to be. But there's something so much stronger about something that's more difficult than easy, Why would you want anything that's easy?
Well, it depends on how easy it is.
Or
how
fast.
Yeah. Do you see them as the four of them are like a core of four, like all of them are equally close, or do we start to see some of within the friendships there are different people that are
There are
sharing secrets?
different dynamics between different people. I'd say Carrie and Mouse have more heart-to-heart discussions, and I think Walt feels more comfortable with Carrie about sharing kind of what his true feelings are. Obviously, Walt and Maggie have a special relationship, and a closeness. And Maggie and Mouse have a funny dynamic of kind of competition, and they both come from such totally different perspectives. It's kind of like, Samantha and Charlotte, where they agree to disagree and enjoy each other for it.
Okay.